welcome. We're back. We're playing some more Disco Elysium. Man, oh man, oh man. It's been a bit. It's been a bit since we played this game, but over this weekend, I was thinking about Disco Elysium and thinking about the mystery in this game, and I was just like, I gotta know. I gotta know what happens in Disco Elysium. Why did the guy get shot before he was hanged? What's really going on here? I gotta know. So we're back at it again. Let's begin. Bam. Perfect intro. No notes. Okay, so we were here. Sam the Geek, hey, welcome, says, yes. I too am curious and on time. Oh, so punctual. Okay, so we've got this map. I'm here. Wait. I'm here at the church? I'm a little confused, by the way. Here's the hanged man. I can figure this out. Where, if the hanged man is here and the statue is here, then, oh, this map is like at a weird angle. That's fine. Let's not worry about it. Sam the Geek says, I also missed several streams, so I don't know where we are. Apparently you are also lost. I would say that's accurate. Let me get the controller, which I forgot we were using for this game. Controller works? Does the controller work? It's going good. Good stream so far. Now the controller is on. No? What if I hear the little noise of a controller working? Hold up. Let's go main menu real quick. Let's just see if this will reactivate the controller. Oh! It's not actually plugged into anything, as it turns out. I just remembered where the wire for this is. I borrowed the controller cable for something. I'll be right back. Ho! Put it. Oh god, it must be here, right? Yeah, okay, we got it. Alright! Sam the Geek says, watching an empty chair in the main menu of a video game. Thrilling television. I need friends. No, you have all the friends you need here. Welcome, Sam the Geek. I just had to find this wire that I need. Bam, it is plugging in. It is plugging in. You can tell this is a very professional stream that we have going here. And boom. Okay. I'm no longer trying to play a game with an unplugged in controller. So that's good. Alright, we're here. Mercy. I want to be real with you, Sam the Geek. We don't have a ton of new clues for the case since the last time you watched, I think. We still know that this guy was hanged, but he was actually shot first. The Union makes it look like a mob thing, but it wasn't. We don't really know what his deal actually was, or why he might have been for reals murdered. And we're looking around a new area that we just got access to recently, so that's what we're doing right now. Buzz, hum, the electricity flows through the wires with audible power. And we got a little bit of money, which is good, because at some point we've got to pay our rent. Or pay for our hotel room.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
A clue!
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
It might be a clue!
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating an unsuspecting jacket?
No.
Me neither.
You should still take it.
Agreed. Kim? We got the filthy jacket. What does the filthy jacket do? Oh, we have a new interactable. Oh! This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what is the crust made of? Let me just fix this. Fine, good enough.
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night.
You tell me there's dogs? Can I pet them?
The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
Sam the Geek says, I'm eating dinner, Disco Elysium. What happened when somebody put it on the railing?
The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then?
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't think about any of this.
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
Maybe if I wiped my hands on my pants?
What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
It's fine. Okay. So we got the gross jacket, if that's something we wanted. We've also got some sweet gloves. Clenching and unclenching your fist has never been so fun. The tiny ceramic gloves make a lovely clicking sound when your fingers move. The gloves are a bit sandy, but the grip is phenomenal. What is that? How does that compare to our current gloves? +1 interfacing? Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, gloves. We got new gloves.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably.
Nice.
Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
Decked out in future armor, like a cop ought to be. De-future armor the police.
The hardened, vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
This is the long sought-after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it. I must study it.
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
True. Let's see. Do I have any skill points to do? Didn't I do this? Do I have any skill points to put into funny things like... Oh my gosh, I got a lot of choices. I guess probably not. Alright, we need to level up before we can do that. That's fine. We got the gross jacket, we got the great gloves. We're doing good. A coin-operated weighing machine. Hasn't been used for a decade. Yep, show me those glasses. Megabino's prescription lenses, which compare to my current ones, +1 visual calculus, -1 drama, +2 encyclopedia, -1 perception. No, I actually like having a lot of visual calculus. It's really come in handy before. Let's keep that. Okay. This tarp will keep out neither rain nor snow nor wind. Oh, but there's some money here. Okay, we have hands that can block bullets now. So that's kind of good. Anything else to do around here? Seems fine here. We gotta get around back, though. Oh, we gotta go over there. There's a little thing. I gotta look at it.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Definitely.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice sounds female and sounds about 100 years old. Yes, it's me, Pierre!
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
It gets lonely even when you're with people.
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Yeah, let's give it another go.
Calling. Still someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
Gerard, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name.
What are you, like 5?
A woman's voice shouts something in the background, and when Gerard speaks again, his voice is hushed.
Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Well, that's fun, but doesn't seem very relevant to the case in hand. Let's leave that there for now. Very interesting. Well, we met Gerard. That's got to be something. Bars cover these long, dusty windows.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on. Oh, you and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
Uh-huh.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Ah,
Hold on. What's R&D?
look at the building looming over me.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
That's so fascinating.
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was the ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A Commodore 64?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
Uh-huh.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel, you say?
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
I'm super concerned. What?
He means that the boys got
Oh.
shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
He means they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois. Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie is?
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet.
No, he needs to know.
Let's keep this kid friendly.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
What did the revolutionaries do with these advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Cool.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
I am also interested in worms. Tell me more.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did those tape computers work?
Actually, no one knows.
What?
No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant. Exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center?
He definitely did.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center, Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Juiced. What are we talking about?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
I wanted to ask something else.
But of course, what else?
That's all.
No, thanks.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Well, that was pretty pointless. Okay.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops.
Tomorrow
of
is
time.
just a whisper
Looks
away.
like tomorrow never came.
Good one, Kim. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path, and there's just no way we could ever get around that fence. So, I guess that's that. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Oh.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Can you still shoot?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
That's pretty good. Okay. Kim has a C in shooting. Everybody remember that. The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Okay. I do feel like we're getting further from the mystery at hand here, but that's alright. I missed a box. Cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you say oversized superstar sunglasses? More savoir-faire, but less visual calculus. No, I don't want them. Okay. There's a secret thing here.
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Why are there so many bullets here? Why this many bullet holes, is what I meant to say.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side.
No, jeez.
Droplets of rain fall on the wooden planks, the surrounding sand dunes. The clouds block out any rays of light. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Oh, jeez. Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes.
Okay.
They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who are they?
Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
What about people from the coalition, the so-called moralists?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Well, that was grim. Okay. Grim, but useful, question mark? Let's say yes. An old ticket taker booth. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Is this where the wheel was? More money. Oh, that'll comp me for my phone calls. That's good. We got a potent Pilsner. We got a Fawn Peepo Peepo. It's a hat. It gives me more logic than my current logic hat, so I guess we're putting it on. Even though I'm gonna miss that racist hat. That's okay. It's fine. Well, that was kind of interesting. Hey, Giant Spatula, welcome. Says hello. How was your break? It was all right. I went to a funeral, but it was good. It was fine. Now we're back. Fortunately, almost nothing has happened in the time since the beginning of the stream. Fortunately. Tiny cages. Oh, it's the guy. It's the cryptid guy. It's gotta be.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground.
How is
in
Final
which the
Fantasy
man
VII?
is
The
arranging some
the
netting.
second
It
one.
looks like some
Oh,
kind of
Giant
trick.
Spatula says I played 60 hours of FF7 and did not beat it. Oh no!
Who's there?
That's a good
Oh,
value.
the police. Hello, officers.
Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Ooh, I like Gary.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
Sam the Geek says that's a lot of hours. You must be Moral, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Your wife, she told me something, but honestly, she probably told it to me like 6 weeks ago, IRL. I don't remember, but your wife, period, question mark.
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Sam the Geek says, I like Gary, the crypto-fascist. Piotr, it's true. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course.
Oh.
Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken. We can't go all the way around the 881.
Let's keep the story here. Giant Spatcher says I've not left the house in 6 days. Oh, that's the way to do it. The dog walker came back today to drop off our dog in the afternoon, and we put the little chain on the door when we go to sleep at night, but it was still on the door from like the day before, or from since we got back from traveling on Sunday. Anyway, because I've not been out in that time. So she tried to open the door, the dog walker, and it was still chained. Anyway, Sam the Geek says, Piotr, a crypto-fascist? I am a crypto-fascist. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes. Yes. Speaking of fascists, okay, so this was a random thing, but I can everybody who's here, I'm pretty sure right now is cool, so I can tell this story, which is Sam the Geek says, okay, but that's worse. I saw one of my friends from high school does a Instagram channel that's about like bartending, and I promise wherever you think this story is going, based on what I just said, you don't know where it's going. Sam the Geek says, you understand how that's worse, right? So anyway, so they posted a bartending video about tequila, and Evocator says, wait, I should reveal I'm here? Okay, it's okay. It's all good. And Sam the Geek says, reminder, you upload these to YouTube? It's all good. So anyway, so he posted a video about tequila, and for some reason it activated a memory in me of the person, Tila Tequila, who, as you may recall, was once the person who had more MySpace friends than anybody else. And I hadn't thought about Tila Tequila probably since 2005. And I said, I wonder whatever happened to Tila Tequila. Whatever happened to her? Sam the Geek says, if you're reading this, it's too late. I will reveal what I found from Wikipedia, which is probably the story is we should feel sad for Tila Tequila because she's not well. Wait, more than Tom? More than Tom, as I understand. Maybe Tom had more. Maybe he's some kind of an exception because everybody is friends with Tom. But Tila Tequila became a neo-Nazi, it turns out. She had an incredible TV show. I don't know. She became a neo-Nazi, and she just said a lot, and a flat earther. And she says a lot of things that make it seem like she's not 100% here with the rest of us on planet Earth. And so that's what, if you're wondering what Tila Tequila's up to, the answer is she said she wants to be the Asian Hitler, and it's pretty bad. Sam the Geek says, oh, I think I knew that. It was pretty disappointing, pretty rough to find out. But there you go. So that's Tila Tequila. Okay. I don't know. I can't remember why I started telling that story. Because we're all cool here? Because we're all cool here. Oh, crypto-fascism. That's why. Evocator says, that's wild, but also not surprising, having seen her TV show. Oh, now I gotta go back and see the Tila Tequila TV show. I'm just morbidly curious. All right. So the true crypto-fascist was the Tila Tequilas we met along the way. The waterlock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Shut it, Gary.
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sure.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
True, Kim.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Tell me more about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find? We're gonna reveal our nature as an insider vis-a-vis cryptozoology, and in this way win his trust. That's my plan.
Good question.
But we're gonna do
Being
it
a
gradually.
phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
Evocator says, I just want to say putting a crypto-fascist and a cryptozoologist in the same room is a very funny bit. It is pretty good.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
What sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Oh, that's one of my favorite sci-fi tropes, where somebody is invisible not by being actually invisible, but by, like, messing with your nervous system or just, like, making it psychically so people don't perceive them. It's a good bit. But then, because it's always good, because then you can still be seen on cameras and stuff. It's a fun one. Maybe that's what this little animal is doing. Okay.
But I cannot describe how these defences work. Much
It's like in the
how
game
they evolve.
Second Sight,
That's
which we should
studying a
probably
live
play
specimen.
someday. Which I tried to play once for the stream, but like it can only run full screen, or there was something else weird about it, where I was like, bummer, we can't play Second Sight. But maybe we should go back and try to make that happen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid. A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Ghost insect? So you're ghost hunters?
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an extant species of phasmid. How
big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant.
Oh.
One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's
Kim?
no proof of its existence,
Kim?
how do you know it's
Kim? The cryptozoologists are talking, Kim.
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
Evocator says, Piotr, have we talked before about your eyes? I feel like I maybe learned about it on this stream. About my eyes? What's wrong with my eyes? What? Is there something about my eyes? Oh no, now I'm self-conscious. What's wrong with my eyes?
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Oh, Oh, Before Your Eyes. Oh my god. Evil Gator says Before Your Eyes was a game. Well, sorry. Obviously, I'm an incredibly self-centered person, so I could only read that sentence as, have we talked about your eyes before? They sparkle with mischief. Before Your Eyes. Oh, that sounds familiar. I think we probably did talk about it. Let me look at Steam real quick. Oh, Lord. That's embarrassing. Egotistical and cannot read. Before Your Eyes on Steam. Oh, with your real life blinks. I've heard about this. Like you actually blink IRL and things happen, right? Let's put it on the old wish list. I remember reading about this maybe when it came out. But I haven't ever played it or even seen any footage of it. Evil Kidder says, no, I definitely garden pathed you. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I think my eyes are not as remarkable as my eyelids. Not my eyelids. My eyelashes, which are phenomenal. Eyes, typical. Eyelids, typical. Eyelashes, phenomenal. Piotr Bizzle. Evocare says, the game you were talking about reminded me of it. Oh, Second Sight. Oh, Second Sight is good. It's by the people who made Time Splitters. They wanted to make like a actual story-based game. And so it plays a lot like Time Splitters, except you have cool psychic powers. And it was on the GameCube. And you can turn invisible, but you're not actually invisible, so the cameras can still see you. Second Sight. Okay. Lena said there had been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species.
I despise this man's
but
voice.
with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis, you say? Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
We've talked about this on the stream before, but my mother did her undergrad thesis on lizards that do parthenogenesis, where every lizard in the species is female. Females reproducing without males? No. That's pretty clever.
Yes. The Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
This is pretty boring to me. Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave.
Ah, the man loves his work. I do admire that.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
You look south, where Lena would be.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
Hush, Gary.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here.
I'm soaked up to my nuts over here!
If we don't dry out soon.
I should have played Gary the Crypto-Fascist. Disco Elysium, it's not too late to patch me in. This is my audition. Come on, she wants us back! I'm soaked up to my nuts over here! We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon! Alright, so that's my read. I'm sure that was very good for everybody to listen to. Put me in the game, please. Thank you.
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to to the Phasmid summoner.
I didn't know the Phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her.
Sam the Geek says it was not? It was not
Very
good to listen to?
foresight.
Come
The
on.
record, one of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She's cited the Phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another. In fact.
Oh.
But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious
True.
Phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian Phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
I understand. I don't give up on things either.
Good. A good quality to have, both for a police officer and an experimental zoologist.
I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Listen, cryptozoology and detective work are like two things that are alike to one another.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total.
Oh.
One is to the south, on this little peninsula.
Oh, you just reminded me that
by
I'm
the
playing a video
boathouses
game.
there.
I
It's
see.
very near.
Uh,
Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small
I'm not gonna
set.
remember
You should check
where
at
these
least
things
one
are.
of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
Hey, Soul Foundry, welcome! Soul Foundry says, have no fear! Soul Foundry is here! He found his nemesis at work, and... Hey, we might win this competition week, maybe! Oh, I'm pulling for you, Soul Foundry.
That seems like a lot. Do
I
we
hope you
really
do.
have time for this extracurricular venture?
Listen, Kim, the pursuit of knowledge is its own justification.
Is it?
It is?
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
What do I do if there's a Phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Aye, aye.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encounter the Phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do,
Oh,
I'll spray you with
Oh,
a pheromone
fantastic.
mixture I developed.
this is actually another story from my mother's undergrad for some reason, because she was studying biology in undergrad. She was also in ROTC, which is if you're in college and the Navy is paying for your college. Let me start over. One way in America that you can pay for your college is by joining up with the Navy. And basically you do school and Navy stuff at the same time, called ROTC. And then after school for several years, you are in the Navy for reals, okay? So this is what my mother did to pay for her college. And she was studying biology. And there was somebody else who was also in the ROTC group with her. And they were working in the lab together. And they spilled... moth pheromones on his boots, which had the result of whenever they would go marching as part of ROTC, moths would swarm their group of people who were marching for weeks after, as I understand. Soul Foundry says, I'm legit the only big hitter at work against a big hitter at work, and I hate my life. Oh no, the other big hitters are all against nothings. My best comp at work got a bye and it shoot into the second round. And Soul Foundry says, also, ROTC was my life in the elementary stuff. Oh, Sam the Geek says ROTC is not branch specific. Okay, I didn't know that. You can do it for any of the branches except Coast Guard. ROTC, we called it. Yeah. Anyway, the moral of the story is don't mess with pheromone mixtures because they will attract moths to your boots while you're out marching.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the site.
Sam the Geek says, I actually don't know if you can do ROTC for Space Force. I presume you can. Oh my god. I hope you can. I hope you can. This is not a good moral. That's a good moral. Or are you saying you should spill pheromones on your boots? Because it's a memorable story that your son can tell later on his bad Twitch stream? Is that what you're trying to say, Sam the Geek? Soulfinder says, since Trump we can... I just lied. I don't know. Oh, since Trump we can join the Space Force for Razzi. Evocator says you have to walk without rhythm to not attract the moth. How is Dune 2? I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited. Although I also want to go back and watch Dune, the old one with old Kyle MacLachlan, which I previously tried to watch once and noped out of about 30 minutes in. But now that I'm thinking about Dune again, I kind of want to try it again. Seven Geek says, no, I'm saying we don't have to teach children that moth pheromones are not to be trifled with. Oh, they should always know. Not as good as Dune 2? I see. Lay it on me thick. Present your armpit. The douses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod. Send the Geek says, how is the person you go to in the OG Dune not David Bowie? Well, who could it be? Kyle MacLachlan, Patrick Stewart before he was Picard. Is David... I didn't actually even remember David Bowie is in it. It's possible I didn't get to that part of the movie. Soulfinder says, I need to read Dune. I keep trying and hate all the science words I hate so much. I keep watching YouTube lore videos. Oh, what science fiction books have I been reading that I really liked? I've been reading the Lost Fleet series of books, if you're looking for sci-fi recommendations, which I know is not what you asked for. But they're fun because they're all about faster than light... No, not faster than light travel. Almost light speed travel and like kind of light year, distances where the speed that light travels at becomes a problem. And it's very interesting how they're like, they'll be trying to track the movements of a fleet of spaceships that are 10 light minutes away, and how that causes problems for them and stuff, and how like, you don't want to use radar to detect faraway ships because radar has to go all the way out and come back again. So it's better to use a camera to look at faraway ships because it takes half the time. You have half the delay. Anyway. Giant Spatchy says, I hate that the main characters are named Paul and Jessica. It is a little weird that the dude's name is just Paul in Dune. Sam the Geek says, wait, I'm wrong. It's Sting. Oh, yeah. It would be Sting because, again, I just read Patrick Stewart's memoir. He talks about meeting Sting and not knowing who he is when they're in the cast of Dune together. Soulfinder says, maybe we should use LiDAR. I don't really know enough about LiDAR, but I'm going to guess that's right. I'm just going to assume that you're correct.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing.
I smell
one's
expensive
own
now.
research.
I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
True.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking
Finally,
sense.
someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now...
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss... But what if the information is vital on that?
I doubt it. Okay. Ooh, I've had a thought.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Oh yeah! What does that do for me? -1 logic, price of self-delusion, but the learning cap on a bunch of our things has been raised, which is actually not that great. Evil Kidder says your face while watching this was incredible. It was a bit of a roller coaster, I'll be honest. I think we've got to learn Wompty Dompty Dom Center, or... No, that's it. I'm learning the Wompty Dompty Dom Center. Yeah. Oh, I gotta... Sorry. It would never be that simple. Pardon me. How could I even consider it that I would just be able to click the thing? Instead, I have to click the other thing to unlock a slot, and then... Now... I can begin the Wompty Dompty Dom Center. Okay. Let's go look for the traps. Remember when I didn't listen to when he told me where the traps are? Now is when we come to regret this. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Who's trying to start a fire? Can I...
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy in the water.
Excuse me.
Time to go.
Sam the Geek says the fascist is trying to start a fire. No good can come of this. A buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Okay. Gesundheit. Thank you. Bless me. I don't remember where the traps are. I wasn't listening. Oh, here's one.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh.
Soul Foundry says, fun
same
fact, I have
wiring.
dedicated my second bedroom to a cat amusement place instead of a roommate. That is a very good use of a second bedroom. The third bedroom is for acrobatics. You are living large, Soul Foundry, I gotta say, and have excellent taste in things to do with extra bedrooms. I commend you. Let's look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds.
Oh, Soul Foundry says,
Shielded
I don't have
from
third
the wind.
bedroom. Oh no,
Reeds
someday.
rustle confidently.
Someday. Sam the Geek says, who has 3 bedrooms? Not me. Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid.
Sam the Geek says, hell, who has 2 bedrooms? My last place technically had 2 bedrooms, but one of the bedrooms was, I don't want to say a crime, but not up to code. Not actually a bedroom. I think to be a room, the walls need to go all the way up to the ceiling, which was not the case. Soul Foundry says, but I've been watching a lot of Dance Moms still, and I really would like a foam pit. Ugh. That would be very cool. When I went to the YMCA as a kid, we used to go to some kind of gymnastics gym, I guess, where they had a big foam pit, and it was the best. I loved it. Sam the Geek says that bedroom was an affront to God. Oh, I liked my old place. It was bizarre, but and highly illegal. And the kitchen was so narrow that you couldn't open the oven door all the way. But I did like it. Soul Foundry says, but the second room is legit turning into a cat haven. It was supposed to be a gym/music room. Oh, music room. Now I'm filling it with cat toys. Hey, Noodles, welcome. Since it's still there, you're an adult. You can still go there. I guess I could still bust into the building and just go inside and be in my old apartment.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
No need to grin, Kim. I'm not expecting to find... No, you know what? It'll be in the next one, surely. Noodle says, ah yes, ultra intense workouts to sweet, calm music.
Sure. Anyway, the air is nice and fresh here.
It's just doing squats while playing the zither. That's what it's all about. You get a standing desk, okay? You get a standing desk that's motorized, and you move it up and down while doing squats and playing the zither. And that's how you do music room and gym at the same time. And I can't believe that anybody would ever think of anything else. That's the most obvious idea in the world. I'm taking no notes on this idea. Sam the Geek says, update, Salty Marks is making banana bread. Ooh, so I'll soon have banana bread. Banana bread is a pretty good use of bananas, I gotta say. Noodle says, overture when you're benching with suicide grip. And Soul Foundry says, yeah, I still have my weighted keyboard, acoustic guitar, and elementary school recorder in there with my stationary bike. Okay, stationary bike while playing the recorder is also a good... Because you don't need your hands to play the stationary bike, to ride the stationary bike. So stationary bike plus recorder is also up there. It definitely would also work.
Behind you, the ruins of a resident.
Okay, we checked one trap, which is technically the bare minimum of what we needed to do. So we got that going for us. Can I just, it doesn't quite read. I can't quite tell where we can go. Okay. Noodle says, I haven't been able to work out for 10 days because of this uni. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear you're so busy. I remember what that was like, being in school. And like, you know, in like high school or whatever, you like prioritize your time to try to do the most important things first and whatever. And then I remember in college or uni, it was like prioritize my time and just be like, what am I trying to say? Instead of deciding what order I'm going to do things in, it becomes what things I'm going to do. Or more accurately, what things am I not going to do? So I definitely remember what it's like. I sympathize.
This is the trap Morel
Noodle says, I feel my gains
Kicking it
withering.
over, he said, is just a technicality. But
Evo Kidder says, I rode my stationary bike earlier while watching HXH. Is that Hunter Cross Hunter? Let me know. Do I know the anime? I only watch Delicious in Dungeon, which the last episode wasn't as good as the other ones, but it's still a great show. Soul Foundry says, I suddenly need a video of me with my 50-plus pound keyboard on my lap while I bicycle and just breathe annoyingly through my recorder on my stationary bike. Oh, the ultimate in art and exercise. Noodle says, well, I'm still in shape at this point. At this point that I can still beat the majority in PE despite not playing much sports by soul body. Nice. That's good. It's definitely. What advice can I give? As a man who's in his 30s now, more so than I like to admit, I can affirm that it is better to get in shape while you're young, and that it is easier to be in shape, or to what am I trying to say? Get in shape while you're young, because it's easier to get in shape while you're young than it is when you're older, and it's easier to maintain the shape that you're in than to get in shape. Does that make sense? Get in shape while you're young, because staying in shape will be easier when you're older than trying to get into shape when you're older. I don't know. All the pieces are there. You can figure it out. Evoker says, it was Hunter x Hunter indeed. Did we do HeroClix? I missed the first part. And Noodle says, oh shit, happy birthday, Piotr. Happy Piotr. We did HeroClix already? We didn't do HeroClix yet. Nobody did HeroClix yet. It's all good. Happy Piotr to me. Noodle says, yeah, improving your shape needs at least 2 to 3 workouts a week, while maintaining needs like 1 per week. Yeah, I believe that. To be real, I don't know very much about like working out and being in shape, but it's just from my personal experience, that has been the case. Soul Foundry says, can we pay for more? I'm jonesing. All right. Evocator has redeemed today's featured HeroClix. Okay, let's take a look. I think it's an okay one. Yeah, it's a good one today. Ooh, although it might not be in focus. We might have to fuss with the camera. Today's featured HeroClix is Polar Boy. Not in focus. There, he is pretty close to being in focus. This is Polar Boy. As you can see, he's got a cool ice hand. He's wearing sweatpants, and he's got a booty and a coat, and he's got white hair. He's an ice superhero of some kind. His name is Polar Boy. He's part of the Legion of Superheroes, apparently, as we can see from this big letter L here. Sam the Geek says, focus is pulled on your fingers, lol. We can fix the focus. Wait, I can do this. It's fine. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bother. Soul Foundry says, Iceman's Wish knockoff. Oh, yeah, this is the Iceman that we bought on Wish, 100%. Noodle says, I'm a gym nerd. Also, by sheer anecdote, I found out I only need once a week to maintain my current strength. Oh no, but it's been over a week. My power wanes. Oh, I believe, Noodles. You can get back in shape. You can do it. Get back in shape from 1 week ago. He has no balls. He probably... I mean, if they're in there, they're really in there. I think we can all agree. If they're in there, they're definitely riding high and tight in there. Sam the Geek says, what happened to your cellular telephone? Seems to be missing critical parts of the case. Oh, I put this sticker on the back. I know that's what you're asking about. I put this sticker on the back of a dinosaur with a party hat and a balloon because when people to see my phone case, I want it to be like, dang, this dude parties. This dude loves to party. He's got a dinosaur with a birthday hat and a balloon on the back of his broken phone case that's missing many pieces. This dude knows what's up. This is a cool guy. Neil says, oh, Lamau, Iceman powers and balls shrinking. I was in the pool. Oh, true. Yeah, he's got the Iceman powers. He's in the pool. It shrinks him down. So funny says, Noodles, message me if you need help. I'm also trying to knock off a spare tire. Anyway, this is Polar Boy. My phone case is the best phone case you've ever seen. I engraved my initials in it. Because I received an engraving tool as a gift. And I didn't know what to do with it, so I engraved my initials PB for Piotr Bizzle right there in the phone case. So that's there too. Sam the Geek says, ice cold, like today's featured HeroClix. And Sylvain says, fun fact, the other day I learned Triceratops had quills like a porcupine. That's pretty cool. And Noodle says, HeroClix and Stegosaurus sticker? This man has lots of premarital sex. Oh, definitely. You can tell how cool I am. Anyway, let's compare Polar Boy to our standard size Karen here, just so we can get an idea of his scale. As you can see, standard size Karen, a little bit taller. He's standing with his legs apart, but I feel that's no excuse, because his head is also small. So I'm just going to say that he's a small person, and that's okay. It's okay to be a small person, you're just a little bit less good than the rest of us. Polar Boy is 78 points, which is pretty substantial. And also, he is today's featured HeroClix. So, now you know. Good featured HeroClix. I'm glad I got to show off my phone case there. Okay, let's look at this trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts.
Noodle says he's like half an inch taller.
Inside.
Sylvania says, Piotr is my measure of greatness, and I bet he grates better than anyone. What did I grate? I made some quesadillas the other day with a big old block of cheddar cheese. I grate on occasion. It's been known to happen. Eva Kidder says, further from the light of God. True.
Another empty trap.
Lieutenant takes a note, more out of habit than duty. Let's keep going. The next one is the lucky one.
Yep.
For the greater good. True.
These are just crab traps, you do realize.
Kim, if we find even one crab, this will be worth it. We can eat that crab, Kim. Do you realize you can pop a crab in a pot of boiling water and just eat it plain? You can do it. It's crunchy, but you can do it. Kim, I think this case will go a lot better if we eat a crab together. We're gonna eat a crab together. Noodle says, I've eaten raw crabs before. How is raw crab? I'm not really like a seafood person, so that is a little bit off-putting to me, but I am curious. I don't even like cooked crab, if I'm totally honest, so I'm just a bit of a picky person that way. Oh my god, the fog of war lifting here. Sam the Geek says, ooh, there was an interaction back there. I think it was the payphone, right? Was it something else? Back left of the tarpaulin area. Is that what a tarp is? Is a tarp a tarpaulin? Soulfoundry says, I did eat raw shrimp in Larb. Meh, nah. No shrimp? No raw shrimps?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened.
I know just what to do for this. Do you have anything else that's going to give me interacting abilities? Interfacing? No. Noodle says, just went down by the river, snagged a few small ones. You pop the heads off and you season with some salt and then suck on it. It's delicious like normal crab fat, but more crab smelling and sea smelling. It does flare up my seafood allergy more than cooked crab, though. Interesting. I guess that makes sense.
Old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
Some Geek says,
The
I think you
wind
can use
has
the pry bar
blown
on the
a
research
sandwich
lab.
in front of it.
And Noodle says, also I'm talking
hasn't
small
been
crabs, like
opened
crabs that
in
can
a
fit in your
long
mouth. You eat them
You
whole.
see a handle.
Just eat a little crab.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door.
Remove the ass
Hold
and
your
shit,
weight.
though? Oh, you gotta.
It
You
does
gotta,
not
like,
budge.
deveining a shrimp.
Not only
Yeah.
is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Huh, the door's shut tight. How can we get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? We get into, like, everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
Game designer, stop talking to me directly through Kim.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
But that's who I am, who we are.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair. And
Kim,
we don't
do you have
the
any
resources
dynamite in your
needed
car?
to open it.
Soulfoundry says, I am seeing noodles now flaring up like Chica in Broad City. I know my limit on the beach side.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
Fine.
At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful would come from this.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Ah,
It may have been used to service an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification.
oh my god, they have
like a
airships?
seaport in the bay.
That's pretty cool. Noodle says, oh, I forgot to mention, we like put them in brine for a day, so I'm not like riddled with parasites. That seems ideal. Seems good. And Soulfinder says also, mi cuerpo está listo. What shirt did I get? Soul Foundry says, I've decided all Digimon games are mediocre at best, and that makes me sad. Ugh, should I play Digimon Survive? Is it good? I guess that is no. I guess that would be contrary to what you literally just said. Ugh. I have an interest in it. There's other games we gotta play first, but... Ooh, what was the game that I wanted to play that I saw a review of that's probably not very good? Let me see. I just wishlisted it just the other day after I saw somebody's like retroactive review of it. It's something from last year, and the name of the game is Wanted Dead. I want to play Wanted Dead, maybe after Disco Elysium. Noodle says, been playing Lobotomy Corporation lately. How is it? I haven't heard of that game. Soulfinder says, Digimon Survive is a giant non-red cutscene and you just mash A. That seems... yeah, okay. That seems not up my alley. You have successfully talked me out of it. Good.
This trap's not too hard to spot.
Look
the
around.
reeds shake sadly in the coast. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end. So nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
Huh, Kim, why are you short-winded? What's wrong, bud? Noodle says you manage an SCP-like foundation where your job is to harness energy from these abnormalities and learn how to manage them as they increase as time goes on. That sounds kind of cool. I liked when we played the other SCP game we played somewhat recently. That wasn't the back rooms, but it was like the back rooms, and the name was Dream Core. I was kind of interested in. Soulfighter says, I wanted to buy Digimon New World whatever, and then I watched the gameplay and I was like, how do these amazing characters keep living through such shitty games? Sad. You hate to see it. A scented scarf? Well now, well now, well now. +1 shivers, -2 physical instrument. Oh, no. I don't need a scarf. I don't need no stinking scarf. Kim, I'm stuck on geometry, Kim. My bad. Sorry for trying to walk over there. I feel like such an asshole for trying to walk over here. Can you believe that I would try to do that? How foolish. Okay, we're gonna find the last trap, Kim, then we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk to the lady, and probably the gentleman as well. Then wrap up this cryptid business. Because it is, at best, tangentially related to what we're doing here. I don't know, maybe they'll be like, oh, I'm an old person who loves cryptids, but I also know a clue now that you helped me. Full of holes. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. I'm looking in the posts. Oh my god, they actually kind of do. A bit weird, but I'm not going to complain. Noodle says, here's one abnormality. The old lady, an incredibly old and decrepit-looking old lady in a rocking chair. They're extremely lonely because they like telling stories about anything, which includes sometimes eldritch horrors and things human minds can't comprehend. But if you don't do work on her, her loneliness starts manifesting and it oozes out the chamber and it spreads and latches onto people, dealing mental damage. Well, I like that. So somebody's got to go do the whole 1001 Nights thing with her, huh? To keep it in check? Everybody knows what I meant when I said the whole 1001 Nights thing. There's no ambiguity to that. Okay. Soulfighter says, are we opening a Minecraft server? I'll play it on my lunch at work. Ugh, I keep meaning to do that. I also told Rangoet that I would try to set up modded Minecraft, and then it was not as easy as I remembered, and I haven't been able to get it set up since then. I do want to do it. I've been a bit busy. I've been traveling and stuff, but I do want to do a Minecraft server, and we should do it. It was a lot of fun when we had one before. I would say stay posted, but I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. I'm trying to do less of that this year compared to previous years of this stream. Soulfighter says, I have Game Pass on my phone. And Noodle says, now that I'm in uni, I probably can't play like a vampire like I used to in the pandemic. Oh, I know actually what you mean. You used to have a lot more time in the pandemic.
Tent is just
also
tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside.
Soulfighter says, so what I just heard is, this quarter is not about Minecraft. We are focusing on Cake King 4D. Okay, when does this quarter end? Probably end of March?
It's like nothing you've ever heard.
Our goal for this quarter
looks at you.
is to finish Disco Elysium and move on to something else and do the Pangea Software Superb stream. Those are our 3 goals for the remainder of the quarter. Those are our KPIs. Those are our OKRs. They're also our quarterly goals, as well as our probably some other 3-letter acronyms that mean the things we want to do this quarter. Evocator says, March is generally considered the third month of a 12-month year. Yes. Whoa. But our fiscal year starts in February. Oh, Evocator, you obviously don't understand the vicissitudes of our fiscal year. Soulfighter says, Giant Spatcha, did you hear this? Oh yeah!
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
No, come on, Andre.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Noodle says, is that Rick from Rick and Morty? And Giant Spatchy says, what did I hear? And Evil Kidder says, sorry, I'll try to keep up in the future. Please do. No, but you're right. March is the 3rd month, thus ending our first quarter. Soul Foundry says, you heard the thing. You heard the thing. I actually don't know what Soul Foundry means either. Probably some part of... Oh my god, there's so much crap to click on in here. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Coupri l'orange. Engine starting fluid. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. Pile of nasal sprays. A speaker. Oh boy. There's 3 guys in here. They said there's barely room for 1.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush
Oh my god,
down
I don't want
and
to talk to these
extends his
anti-establishment
hand,
guys. I am the establishment. I'm a police officer. Sophie says, I don't even know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. I'm hoping Giant Spatula fills in the blanks. The Pangea Software Super Stream, I think, is the thing. That's my best guess.
Hello, I'm Andre.
That's one of our quarterly goals. Should we have quarterly goals? This feels like... You aren't just a cop. You're a superstar cop. I was going to say it would be fun to do a quarterly goals stream, but it does seem to go exactly contrary to my larger goal, which is to not talk about things or make plans for things that I'm not sure, 100% sure will happen. P0 finished this game. True.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair. Aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like.
Do you remember when we used to, every single stream, we would show the calendar for the rest of the week, and I would like plan the whole week and like draw pictures of the games we were gonna play? That was weird. Looking back, that was pretty weird that we used to do that. It's probably good that we don't anymore. Evocator says, I guess the, Evocator says, let's have KPIs. And Soul Foundry says, quarterly goals for the light snacks. Makes those more expensive. True. And Evocator says, I guess the goal you ran was basically a KPI. Kind of. I mean, we gotta do the thing, I guess. And Semmy says, P1, 100% completion of the game. Oh lord. P1 million. We're never gonna do it. Noodle says, ancient history. Truly. Actually, do I have any? I probably don't have any of the calendars on this computer, but let me just check. Because I think they're all on the computer that Super died. But I am curious now. No, I don't think that I do. Ah, bummer. Okay, sorry, just had to check. Soulfinder says, Evocator, I'm on the same page. That's what I was thinking. Okay, this is the hair of the future. Fine. Hair of the future.
Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
It's working.
This is my posse. Noid.
Noid?
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
You
see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Uh-huh.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
You should use the abandoned church that's right here.
Place is a shithole.
Stop it, Noid.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
He's talking about the church.
I'm talking about the church.
Oh, I could write this
Even
game.
a place of spiritual
Okay.
refuge can become a magnet for all sorts
I'm
of
as good a writer as the
burnouts
people who wrote this
if left
game.
unattended. Dog pads.
In conclusion.
Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, That's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
What happened?
Strike that! The world!
Strike that, the world!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
Noid, hush.
People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll take a look. Whatever. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
What kind of people are in this church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me? We're gonna build this nightclub. God damn it. That's our new mission.
Yes.
Forget this
There's
whole
also
murder
the
mystery.
machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
That seems very suspicious.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Maybe they're making ammonia? What would you do hydrolysis for? Wires into water? Maybe they're collecting hydrogen? Or I bet they're making ammonia. I bet they're making ammonia!
Andre, tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
Although if they were making ammonia, you would definitely say... You wouldn't say there were wires going to water. You would say, we walked in and it smelled like ammonia. So maybe not.
No, the other one. Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg. Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct...
Oh my god, I gotta talk to all these
sign
three
from-
guys?
Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
What was the... What was that about some thing watching? I don't want to talk to all three of these guys. Tell me about the thing that was watching you.
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
Sure.
It wasn't quite human, if you know what
Noid, can it?
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
You gotta brine him for 2 days.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Crabs, I don't think they do that.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Ambush behavior. Crab man.
Crab man! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. A cell was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Sure.
You should ask her about it.
Noid!
But be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in
Shove it, Noid.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
Fair.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them...
Sure. What?
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment. Oh no, did you put the padlock on the door? Because if we can get a key, that would be dynamite.
Yes. I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
Give me it. Gimme the key. Gimme.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work.
Noid?
But it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Be a cool cop. Catch the key as it flies towards you. Come on. Oh yeah!
Like a little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching!
Eat it.
Key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Hey, and Wisebird, hello! A guy just threw keys at us and we caught them successfully. Keys to a church where they want to set up a nightclub, but there's people setting up weird machines in there that we have hypothesized are doing some kind of hydrolysis, but we don't know. I don't know. This is a weird game. It might be something else that's weird. Bask in the glory. No, you know what? Thanks, man. Play it cool.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week.
A week! You locked people in the church for a week? That cool. Taking initiative like this is proper citizen behavior and I endorse it.
Thank you. We just thought it was the right thing to do.
Oh, of course.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's
Well,
do it.
I'm good. Okay, so there's starving people in
So you
there.
had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
I don't know if I want this.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
I saw... Tell me more about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes headfirst into the supernatural.
The supernatural? So you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
Okay.
Psionic powers, pale-related
Oh,
diseases,
breakthrough imminent.
pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man.
No.
Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Oh, watch, I'm gonna cold read his ass. Yes, I'm seeing a sticker. I think it was... It's yellow. Is it a yellow sticker?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it is.
I mean this one. Show the sticker on the ledger.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it?
It's very modern. I'd like to learn more about it.
You're right. It's the harbinger of a new era. What would you like to know?
What's it supposed to be?
The dead guy smiling.
Oh, you're telling me the smiley face with X's for eyes is a dead guy smiling? That is... subtextual.
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths.
Noid, the last couple of sentences you just said made me like you a little bit less.
The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Better not to mention it.
He blinks, waiting for the next question.
What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him.
Haunting him.
The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
Seems awesome.
It is.
All right.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what before.
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
Oh. Noodle says, so he's making mustard gas? He might be making mustard gas. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Well, come on.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this will be by getting us into the church.
Well, I was gonna do that anyway. Okay, maybe I'll come back later.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
I don't know what I expected from thinking about the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, but I guess tax evasion is it. Encyclopedia, passives give plus 10 XP and plus 2 real, and I'm more suggestible because I'm a pretentious wanker. Oh, and Wisebird has redeemed recommend a movie. You know, what did I just watch that I liked? Lord. I'm thinking about it. Look, it's not a movie, but I'm rewatching Gallivant right now, and I really recommend Gallivant. I just got to season 2. If you don't know, Gallivant is a TV show that's a musical in fantasy times. It's The Witcher if The Witcher was a musical, basically, in that it has a handsome brunette man with a sword. Giant Spatch says, OMG Gallivant! And it's good. Giant Spatcher says, I've been summoned. The first season is great, and the second season, I watched it years ago, and just rewatched the first season, and it's great. Cracking into the second season now, and so far, so good. What a show. I totally get why it was canceled after 2 seasons, because it does seem somewhat niche. But for what it is, I really, really like it. In terms of like the style of humor, I'd say it's the same as like that show that Daniel Radcliffe was in. You know the one. Does that help as a frame of reference? The show that Daniel Radcliffe was in, that Steve Buscemi was also in, and he was God. It's the same kind of sense of humor. Don't remember the name of that show. Anyway, Gallivant, I recommend. Unwisebird says, a musical TV show, I want a refund. No, I can think about it. Wait, I can do better. Noodle says, is the the brunette swordsman also a knight whose name is Lancelot and he's pretty and handsome? Giant Spatch says, all the music is Alan Menken. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, that's pretty legit. No, let me think of a better movie. I can recommend something besides TV musical, although that's just what's been on my mind. Unwisebird says, I'm just kidding. No, it's fine. Oh, I know what I watched recently, but I've already recommended that before. Oh, I don't think we recommended this. Well, tell you what, here's a connection. So, Noodle says, recommended a movie. This one's on me, on the house. Perfect. Speaking of things that Rutger Hauer is in, I really recommend the movie Hobo with a Shotgun. Hobo with a Shotgun stars Rutger Hauer as the hobo. This is I think it was originally a gag in the movie, or the double feature Grindhouse. They had previews for other movies that were fake movies, but then they became real movies. I think Machete might have also come into being that way. But Hobo with a Shotgun, I really like. There are 2 characters who are known as the Plague, who are like so cool that there's great world building in Hobo with a Shotgun, is what I'm trying to say. The Plague are awesome. When you see the Plague, you'll be like, oh, Piotr was right. The Plague are awesome. Hobo with a Shotgun is actually so good that I literally might watch it tonight after this stream. Can I watch it? I only have it on DVD. I wonder if I can get it in higher quality somewhere. Giant Spotch says, if you've ever watched a TV show and they have a musical episode and you ask yourself, who even wanted this? It was me. I wanted this. What is that making me think of? I don't know. Sometimes I like a musical episode, but often not. Buffy the Vampire Slayer musical episode. That is actually what I was thinking of. It was the neurons in my brain were going to Dr. Horrible for some reason when I was trying to remember the Buffy the Vampire Slayer musical episode, which makes sense now that I think about it, but it was preventing me from remembering it. Noodle says, I recommend Ghost Dog. It's about this black dude who's also a super weeb, and he takes down the New York Mafia and with his katana and samurai proverbs. That actually sounds like something that I would really like. Ghost Dog, huh? Wait, let me do a quick look. Giant Spatcher says, same thing, honestly. Hold up. I need to know more about Ghost Dog because I am, if I'm honest, curious. Bam. Okay. 33 bits of trivia they won't teach you in school. Oh, by cracked.com? Does that still exist? I'm not getting distracted. She's here with the badly photoshopped in heart. Okay. Whoa. Fern collection was a trend in the Victorian area. Perfect. Okay, Ghost Dog, Rotten Tomatoes. Now listen, the Rotten Tomatoes, I'm not going to look at the score. The score is not important to me because lots of movies that I really like, including some that I just looked up on Rotten Tomatoes recently, like Pitch Black and Event Horizon, have low Rotten Tomatoes scores, but I still like them. I'm just here to see what people say about it in their review snippets. Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai, 84%? Actually, and it's from 1999? Can we get a critic consensus on this? I think I need to watch this, Noodles. This is a good rec here. 1999, 84%, 86%. I know I said I didn't care about the percentages, but there's nothing else to go on here. This film's calculated weirdness can't redeem a stale story. Get out of here, Jonathan Ringen. That's exactly what I'm interested in. Okay, I might need to watch this. Okay, this is a good rec. I'm not going to watch Hobo with a Shotgun. I'm probably going to watch Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. Oh, Soul Foundry. They're showing Labyrinth in theaters right now. I think on the 6th and the 10th, maybe. Labyrinth is in theaters, just by the way. Labyrinth in theaters. Let's see. Not Regal Theaters. I don't want to see this. I want to see... I can't remember what group is doing it. But anyway, if you go... Yeah, for 2 days only, it's on the 6th and the 10th. Yeah, I'm thinking of going to see it on the 10th, but I got to see what I'm doing that day. Because I watched Labyrinth again just recently. So I'm kind of is it worth going to see it in the theaters again? But I kind of do want to go see Labyrinth in the theaters. And one of the theaters that they're showing it at is relatively close to me. And we did talk about David Bowie being in movies just earlier on the stream, even though he wasn't actually in that movie. But anyway, okay, I gotta watch Ghost Dog. Labyrinth, I might go watch in theaters. Just FYI, it is in theaters. There they are. Perfect. Great. Good times. Okay. Let me catch up on chat. Noodle says his only friend is this Frenchman who doesn't speak any English, and it's hilarious. Also, it's free on YouTube. Warning, it does drop the N-bomb because it's the 90s and the Italian mafia is super racist. That's fine. I just watched the Man with the Iron Fists on the plane ride home, and there's some N-bombs in that, if we're being totally honest. Though also they are historically, they make sense in context. Or they would be present in the historical context in which they are featured. Soul Foundry says, also, I heard something about Piotr always being right, and I was battling Saran Wrap, and I tell you what, Piotr is right a lot of the time. Have you seen Minority Report? I haven't seen Minority Report, actually, weirdly enough. I know what happens in Minority Report, but I haven't seen it. And Soulfinder says, I need to watch this with audio still. I'd see it in theater just to spite myself. Oh no, I got too stoned for the Dark Crystal when it came to theaters, and me and my friend both slept through the movie. Oh no! I'm so sorry to hear. Unwisebird says, can we watch the trailer? I don't think we can watch the trailer just because I don't want to get copyright struck on YouTube. Ah, you know what? Let's just do it. You know what? You're right. You're right. What do I care? Did you know somebody commented on? Don't be a little bitch. Sorry. Bing, don't be like this. Ghost Dog, Rotten Tomatoes. Ooh, I lost my train of thought. I can fix it. Oh, we had a comment on one of our YouTube videos just today. That was one of the Disco Elysium videos from a stranger, as far as I know, who said, "This isn't Peglin." So what I'm trying to say is, if this video gets copyright struck, probably no one will miss it. Okay. Unweb says, don't risk it. No, it's fine. And Neil says, I actually watched Ghost Dog from somebody else's stream. It's copyright expired, so it's safe if you want to plan a watch along. Let's watch this trailer.
Who's auditioning for Magenta Status?
Get a $5 movie ticket.
Get a $5 movie ticket.
$5 movie ticket. No need to audition. Introducing Magenta Status. Premium benefits from brands you love.
So that's brought to you by... Okay, here we go.
We got a really big problem here, Louis. Seems like you're directly responsible for it. What we need to do is eliminate the scumbag who whacked Frank. His killer needs to be neutralized.
In the words of the ancients, matters of great concern should be treated lightly. Matters of small concern should be treated seriously.
Louis, now is the time to tell us everything you know about this mysterious weirdo.
Ooh, I do like the vibes.
I always see everything, your brother.
He calls himself Ghost Dog. What?
Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog?
He said Ghost Dog.
Forrest Whitaker! Noodles, I gotta watch this. Okay. Everywhere! Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, that's...
The American Society of Magical Negroes is a secret society tasked with making the
I don't want to know about the secret society. Okay. That looks dope as hell. And I did not realize it was Forrest Whitaker, and now I'm even more in than I was before. Okay. What do we get from the Wompty Dompty Bompy Bompy Center? Oh, right, that's right, okay. Okay, that was a very good... Noodles, I'm going to allow your comment here, but I'm not going to read it out loud. I realize you're quoting the film, but I'm just going to... You can read it in chat if you want. Is this a modern film? I guess they're supposed to be big racists. Soulfinder says, if supervisor keeps saying we need to watch this Vince Vaughn film, is it Freaky? I watched Freaky with Vince Vaughn, and I actually liked it. It's not good, but I liked it. Original music by RZA. Oh my god, RZA, that's bringing it back around to The Man with the Iron Fist, starring the RZA, which I just watched on the plane. Ugh, that movie we've talked about enough, but I do love the RZA, and I do love The Man with the Iron Fist. The Man with the Iron Fist 2 is just trash garbage, but the first one is excellent. It's not good, but I like it. Noodle says, how did it get past modern filters? It was 1999. And Soulfinder says, no, Fight in Cell Block 99? Oh, I don't think I've even heard of that. I'm not familiar. Noodle says, I saw Iron Fist 2 as a small snippet when I was a kid. Iron Fist 2 is not good, dude. I really liked... Like, the thing is, I really liked Iron Fist 1. The costumes, the ensemble cast... Like, it's all super schlocky, but, like, the combat is great. The fight with the Gemini twins is, like, so cool. Ugh. I was watching it on the plane, and I watched the movie. I watched the part with the fight with the Gemini twins, and as soon as it was over, I rewound and went back and watched it again, because I like it so much. But that's the first one. The second one, it's not worth watching. Noodle says, I vaguely remember a dude fighting someone with iron legs, and that's all I remember. Also, it's in a cave. That whole movie is in, like, the lowest budget possible sets. It's a huge step down from the previous one. You know, so I think game volume might be turned up after the trailer. Yeah, it is. You're right. Good catch. Thanks, and Wisebird. You are correct. You are correct. Okay, let's talk to the third guy. Okay, we got some good movie recs from that. That was actually a very successful recommend me a movie segment. Way more than we usually get.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshy tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with
just to conclude, Gallivant with Rutger Hauer, Hobo with a Shotgun, which was featured as a joke trailer in Grindhouse with Quentin Tarantino. The Man with the Iron Fist, presented by Quentin Tarantino, although not actually produced or anything by him. He didn't actually have anything to do with it. He just presents it. Which brings us to the RZA, who did the movie for Ghost Dog, starring Forrest Whitaker. Those are our movies, and they're all connected. It's almost like we planned it. Okay. Well, that's it. All right. Well, I got the key. Let's go look for this last trap, and try to turn in this quest. And then we'll come back on Thursday and try to open the church and stuff. The game is broken. Oh, I fixed it. Oh, thank God. Okay, save. Can I save? Ooh, a lot of things are not working right now. Like the camera. Alright, we're going back in the tent and trying to save. Noodle says, I think God pulled some pieces for it to fall together like that, which means the event is historically accurate, is historically relevant in the cosmos. It's true. Uh-oh. Save game. Let's talk to a man. Will that let us save the game? Oh, that didn't work either. Uh-oh. I can fix this. When was our last quick save? 20 minutes ago, you say. I can fix this. Kim, speak to me. Uh-oh. There has to be a way to fix this. Okay, let's try fast traveling. That's a good idea. Let's try fast traveling. That's a cool trick. Okay, map. Take me to church. No? Aren't I supposed to be allowed to fast travel to the church? Take me to the net picker. How do I fast travel in this game? Oh, there's a person to talk to. Maybe this will fix it? I just need to be able to save. That's all we need. Noodle says, Piotr, take me to church. No. I can fix this. Okay, press M for map. What if I bust out the mouse? Soul Foundry says, I saw Hoosier in concert. 'Twas a concert. 'Twas it? Aren't I supposed to be allowed to fast travel now? It's possible that I am supposed to be allowed to fast travel, but this thing is broken. Please. I know I can fix this. What else could we try to do? We could interact with one of the items. Noodle says, Piotr, 'twas it is? It was it. It was it. Start. Oh my God. Inventory? Can I get to my inventory? My inventory is gone. So that's an issue. And I can't talk to anybody or save, and the camera doesn't follow me. Not being able to save is a little bit of a bummer, if I'm being totally real with you all. But look, we can move the camera. Okay, here's the plan. And Wisebird says, uh-oh. No, I've got a plan. Look, we just need to go into a new room. So I'm going to walk over here and move the camera with me whenever I go to the menu. Maybe I can talk to Kim? No, we already tried that. That didn't work. Okay. I can fix this. I wish we weren't so zoomed in. Gonna be real. Please. I still believe. There's a bird. My inventory is gone. Wait, what does left and right stick do? If I press the buttons, it does something. Okay. Let me just... We'll keep checking to see if maybe this will be fixed. Where can we go in somewhere? Somewhere that we haven't been. That will, like, jar the game back to understanding how to be a game. This is the church, right? I don't really think I want to go in. Oh, maybe. Zoom out for church. Oh, there's a house here, right? There's my house. Soulfinder says, I can't wait until I have to worry about the sound of ancient spirits haunting my home rather than noisy neighbors. The end. Oh no! Do you have noisy neighbors? That actually is pretty rough. I've had that before. Where you can, like, I could hear the TV blasting through the wall all the time. It detracts from your quality of life in a very real way. Noodle says, I'd take ghosts over noisy neighbors. Honestly, agreed. Okay, so no dialogue works, and the quick save is no more. And, oh my god. The map isn't mapping, and the inventory isn't inventorying. Maybe I can view one of these things? I don't want to forget a requirement. Can I learn more about, like, one of my skills, or just trying to think of, like, how I can force a dialogue to open up. We might have to give up here. Maybe this is a good place to stop the stream. If we do end it here, I'll go back between the streams and catch us up to where we were, because we didn't do that much in the last 30 minutes, right? We talked about movies and stuff. It shouldn't be too long to catch up. Let's unfortunately plan to do that. Because this is broken. Noodle says, at this point I'd be so accustomed to sleeping in noise. I've been told I'm actually pretty difficult to wake up because I kind of respond, but I'm kind of respond, but I'm not awake. It's like a form of sleep talking and walking. That's good. That's like Napoleon could famously sleep with under cannon fire and stuff. I think in our modern day and age where you don't have to worry that much about like a wildebeest or a cougar sneaking up on you while you sleep at night, it's probably better to be able to sleep soundly than to be a light sleeper. Let's call it here for tonight. We'll be back on Thursday. We'll finish the cryptozoologist quest and see if we can bust into the church. Should be a pretty good place to pick up. In the meantime, I got some good movie recs, so I feel like I got what I wanted out of this stream. And let me just say that if you watched any of this stream live tonight, thank you so much for watching live. Thanks for hanging out as we played this game until it broke. And if you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. And until next time, I will see you later.